Hey everybody, I'm so excited. We are just moving along in our challenge, 30 days to moving more. Yeah, that was my funky move here. It's day 5 and I'm super excited because we are just rolling along. You're 5 days in. 5 days into a new you, 5 days into a commitment to yourself, 5 days into moving more. No excuses. I'm calling you out. You can fit this in. If you can fit in anything else in your life, it's a make it work moment. This should be one of those priorities. Let's get to it. Let's get moving. So it's day 5. We're doing 15 bicep curls and 15 tricep extensions. I want to show you some variations today so you can play with stuff. So first things first, when we think about the bicep curl, we've been doing a traditional front bicep curl, okay? Now we're gonna change it up and we're gonna do a sideline bicep curl. So I call this version 1, version 2, right? Pretty creative. So when we're here though, we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together and think about pushing our thumbs back. So we're right alongside of our body. We're not gonna push the ribs out. We're gonna stay nice and strong in the core and in the glutes and in the upper back. And then when we curl, we're trying to scrape our knuckles across the sides of the walls. So here we're in front, now we're in a side bicep curl. Nice strong legs, nice strong glutes, nice strong core, and we're gonna curl up 1, all the way down. 2, all the way down. 3, my core is nice and strong, all the way down. 4, and I'm not letting my arms come forward. 5, all the way down. 6, chin is level. 7, think about being up against a wall. 8, I'm pulling resistance bands. Resist, resist. 9, 10, it doesn't matter how much weight you have, okay? 11, contract. 12, contract. 13, squeeze the upper back. 14, front ribs down. 1 more, 15. So that's bicep curl version 2. So now you have 2 options for bicep curls. Working with triceps, we've been doing that tricep extension with the pinky fling and a kickback. We're gonna give you another option today, and this time we're gonna be doing more in an overhead extension. So when we think about those triceps, we wanna think about always fully extending the tricep, fully extending the arm. I'm gonna step back so you can see me. I'm using a weight. You could double up and use both, so it could be this way as well. So arms come overhead. You wanna keep the front ribs down. Why? Because the core is a part of everything you do. Now we're trying to hold a pencil between our elbows, which there's a stretch here now, okay? A lot of people wanna be here, we gotta be here. So shoulders down, front ribs down. I'm gonna dip behind my shoulders, behind my head as much as I can. How low can I go? Squeeze your elbows to your head. Now keep the front ribs down. I'm gonna extend up, 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 all the way up. Now I could do this seated in a chair, okay? So you could easily do this seated in a chair, no excuses, right? So we're coming down behind the head, front ribs in, and I'm gonna extend up, and I'm still gonna flick the wrist. I'm still gonna get that full extension. And then come down, no elbows flaring, squeeze, go as far back as you can, and then up, flick the wrist. Shoulders down, this is 3, all the way back, 4, we wanna go all the way back, dip, 5, all the way back. As I get tired, my elbows are gonna wanna flare and my ribs are gonna wanna flare. All the way up. 8, 9, challenge that weight too this week. 11, find anything you can. 12, 13, elbows in, 14, and 15. So now you have 2 options. You have tricep kickback with the wrist flare, or you have an overhead extension, keep your elbows in. So if you're tight here, you may want to do some stretching, some mobility exercises to help increase that range of motion for the overhead. So feel free to mix and match if you feel like you need a little bit of a change up with this sequence this time. All right, we are resting on lunges today. Resting on lunges, right? But we're gonna be doing squats and 40 squats at that. So we have been doing just more of that functional kickback squat come up. I'm gonna show you a new variation that you can do. I'm gonna be using a weight just to challenge myself a little bit more because I'm gonna give it everything I got, right? Toes turn out. Remember wherever your knee goes, your toe goes. So if I turn out my feet a lot, my knees can't be sinking in. I gotta pull the knees open, squeeze the outer glutes and outer thighs. I'm gonna stay vertical today, okay? I'm not gonna hinge forward. It's gonna be like I'm sneaking down a wall. Weight is at the chest, down, down, down. As low as I can go, here's a stretch in the underside of the pelvis and the hamstrings. I'm pulling my knees open and staying vertical. Weight is at the chest. Now when I come up, squeeze the glutes as hard as you can and push into that pinky toe just a little bit more as you come straight up through the crown of the head. So it's down, deep, up. Down, deep, up. Keep squeezing the outsides of the thighs like a pry bar is pushing open your knees. Okay, now I can add, there's a weight here, I can stay with this, or I can push up overhead, keeping the front ribs down. So 11, 12, we're doing 40, 13, you can change it up. These are just variations. 15, 16, let's go to 20, 17 with the overhead, 18, 19, go deep, 20. If you get tired, keep the weight at the chest or get rid of the weight. There is nothing saying you can't be here and that you can't just reach the arms overhead. This is 25, 26, go deep, stay vertical, 27, as slow as you need to, 28, 29, 30. All right, last 10, go for that overhead. 1, 2, you can hear I'm a little out of breath. 3, anytime you reach overhead, you're increasing your cardiovascular. You're increasing your heart rate. So that's why we want that overhead if you can handle it. 4, go deep on the squat. 3, how low can you go? 2, and 1. Nice job. So you have some options now. Weight, no weight. Overhead, no overhead. Staying with that traditional sit way back squat, or stay vertical in more of an upright squat. All right, 30 heel drops. So remember, it can be in a chair. You can be on the mini ball, which I love, 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 because you get way more core activation. Again, best investment for your core you can make, because now you're getting back muscles too. We're gonna do 40 here. Remember, as a variation, okay, as a variation, let's see, I'm gonna adjust this here. We're gonna adjust this just a bit so you guys can see me a little better. There you go. All right, so as a variation, remember, whether you're on the ball or not, you can have one foot on the ground. Now, the challenge here is stability. The nice thing about the ball is if you're moving all over the place, you gotta tone it back so it's really responsive. My core is nice and strong, foot is flexed. I'm lowering only as low as I can keep it from pulling in my groin, and I can stay steady. So that's 2, 3, so there's some variations for you here. Do this right on your sleeper. You can alternate. 4, that's 4, there we go. You can do double. I don't care if you drop an inch. This is all you go. I'm nice and steady and stable here. I'm not wiggling. If you're flat, your back is not lifting and dropping. You're super steady and stable. I'm pulling up through those bathroom muscles, through those pelvic floor muscles. And so lower, flex the feet, lift, pull between the legs. It may be helpful to stick something between the knees if you have a lot of groin pulling. That's gonna help trigger more pelvic floor. So stick a towel, a rolled towel, or a blanket, or a pillow. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as hard as you can, or a mini ball. So down, this is 10, 11, I'm not letting my back arc and drop. 12, when the heels go down, the intention is to press the back into the floor, although I'm not, okay? I'm trying just to help keep the core nice and strong. Squeeze the knees against the ball. So shoulders drop back and open. Keep breathing, ribs are down. I feel my core turn on. Keep breathing, squeeze the ball. So we got 10 more. So 10, might be a little off here. 9, drop your shoulders open. 8, squeeze the ball. 7, if you need to, mini drops. 6, 5, there's always a variation. 4, shoulders drop open. 3, ribs down, stay with me. 2, you can do this. And 1 more for you. Whew. Okay, now we're on to plank. So you have lots of options for plank, all right? We're doing a 40-second plank. Now remember, you can do the wall plank, which is up against the wall, okay? You can do the chair plank on the forearms, okay, on the knees. Anytime you increase the angle, it's gonna make the plank a little easier. And what I mean by easier is helping your muscles do what they're supposed to. So it depends on where you're at and how you're feeling. Otherwise, I'm totally okay with, for some people, I've had people come to the tabletop and this is really challenging. Just this, and that's their plank, and I'm okay with that. We're gonna go 40 seconds. So fold to the elbows forward, broad back. If you're against the wall, you're nice and long, your booty's not up. Your tailbone is dropping and squeeze the legs together. Now lean forward into the knuckles and press away from the floor. Here we go, let's go 40 seconds. Tuck the chin in. It's okay to shake. Push away from the floor, here's 20 seconds. You can come up way onto the tippy toes if you want even more of a challenge. It's okay for things to be hard, you guys. It's okay to find that there's a little bit of a challenge. That's how you grow. 10, 9, 8, give it all you got. 7, 6, press away, hip bones in. 5, squeeze your glutes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch it back. Whew. I don't know about you, but that was a great workout. Happy day 5. Keep moving, keep breathing, keep on challenging yourself. This is the path to change. This is the path to success. This is the path to a happier, healthier you. All right, you guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.